questions to demonstrate the how to accounting for VAT, right? So today I'm going to show you how to correctly accounting for VAT, right? There are two methods, right? First is a VAT registered company, the other one is the VAT non-registered company. So I am getting first VAT registered company, right? So you pay your attention properly because this adjustment will be critical in your company accounts question as well, right? Okay, the VAT, what the VAT stands for, the VAT stands for value added tax. In other words, the tax will be charged on the base on value addition. The VAT will be charged, the tax will be charged on the base on value addition. So what is the value addition? Now we need to see what is the value addition. Yes, I got the simple example. It's a bakery, right? It's a bakery. Let's assume this bakery has VAT registered, right? Okay, and so they are purchasing materials, flour and oil, yeast and all material they are purchasing, right? Let's assume they have purchased the materials worth of 10,000 rupees. Okay, by using this 10,000 worth of purchase, they are producing bread. And they are sell back to the customer for the price of 30,000 rupees. They purchase material for 10,000 rupees, whereas they sell back to the customer at 30,000 rupees. Now what is the value addition? They purchase at 10,000, they sell back to the customer at 30,000. The value addition simply is 20,000, right? 20,000. The VAT can be charged on 20,000 rupees. That's as far as government is concerned, right? Now, when we are purchasing these materials, our suppliers will charge a VAT from us. We call input tax, input VAT. Since we have VAT registered, we have to pay today, but we can claim in future. We have to pay right now to the supplier this VAT portion, but we can claim from the government in the future. So my material cost is, actual cost is 10,000 rupees, but VAT portion is 1,500 and the invoice value is 11,500. We have to pay the 11,500 at once, right? We're paid. So when we paying that 11,500, our cash will go out. Then we can directly credit to the cash account this 11,000 rupees. A cash credit 11,500 rupees. I hope you can understand it, right? And this VAT portion, the VAT portion is not our cost anymore because we have VAT registered. the whatever the input tax is not our cost anymore, since we have VAT registered. We can pay right now but claim in the future from the government. So for that reason, we cannot debit this 11,000 rupees, the invoice value, entire invoice value to the purchase account, because the 1,500 VAT portion is not our cost anymore. So instead of debiting to the purchase account, we need to debit it to the VAT receivable account. We can use VAT control account, but for your convenience, I'm getting VAT receivable account, right? That's separate method. So instead of debiting purchase account, the VAT portion, I am debiting to the VAT receivable account, because we paid now, but we can claim in the future. We paid now, but that portion we can claim from the government, right? That's we call VAT receivable. Okay, and our actual cost is the 10,000 rupees. That 10,000 rupees is our purchase. Okay, then we can debit it to the purchase account. Purchase account. This is our input tax. Remember, we are VAT registered, right? Okay. So how to do the accounting for output tax? Now we have added value, and the bread we are selling to the customer at the price of 30,000 rupees, right? Students, my loving students, we cannot sell to the customer without charging VAT. We have to charge VAT from the customer, but on behalf of the government. On behalf of the government, not for me, not for us, right? It's a legitimate requirement, right? So the 30,000 is our revenue. It's okay, but we have to charge the 4,500 rupees at the VAT portion. Forget about the ratio and all that. Just get that's 15%. I got it, but just forget about it for a moment, right? Get the figure. The 4,500 is the VAT that we are going to charge from the customer on behalf of the government, and invoice value will be 34,500. So what we collect from the customer, is the invoice value, right? That is debiting to the cash account. Okay, 34,500. That's we debiting to the cash account simply, right? But this invoice value, the entire invoice value, is not our revenue, because we collected 4,500 from customer on behalf of the government, and we need to remit it to the government in the next month, right? We can't keep that 4,500 in our drawer, right? So in our drawer we can't keep it, because it's not belongs to us, belongs to the government. So this is we collected but payable to the government. So we should credit this 4,500 to the VAT payable account. VAT payable account. Okay, VAT payable account. What is our revenue? What's our revenue? Revenue is 30,000 rupees. 30,000 rupees. The revenue is 30,000 rupees. Right? Okay. Now the VAT payable is 4,500, VAT receivable is 1,500. The net impact is payable 3,000. We have to pay to the government 3,000, whereas we have to receive from the government 1,500. The net payable is the net of this one, right? If we use the VAT control account, it automatically netting off, right? But right now I got for your convenience two different accounts, the VAT receivable and VAT payable account, right? So if we net this off, the net impact will be the VAT payable 3,000 rupees. Remember, we claimed this 1,500 from the government, whatever the payable amount. This is the accounting for VAT registered companies. This is simple, right? You can watch this video over and over again, right? It's simple understanding. This is not difficult. Accounting is not difficult anymore with me. Take my word. The explanation, the clarifications, the demonstrations, and the elaborating everything in simple words to get the better understanding for you all, right? And quickly come to the VAT not registered company. VAT not registered company, right? If we are not, simple, right? Very simple. If we are not registered for the VAT, we cannot charge from the customer. We cannot bill to the customer VAT because we are not registered for the VAT. We cannot charge to the customer, right? Then the VAT portion will not be there. The VAT portion, there are some the terms in the legislation I need to tell you at that point, but I can't tell you because you are in a minor level, right? This adjustment will be important for not only the advanced level students but also for AAT and chartered business level students as well, right? Okay. The sales, whatever the sales is 30,000, we cannot charge from customer VAT. Simply we can sell it to the 30,000, right? That's the invoice amount. Then the collection also will be 30,000 rupees. 30,000 rupees. 30,000 rupees. Okay. Then the cash will be debit 30,000 rupees. 30,000 rupees. 30,000 rupees. There will not be a VAT payable account anymore. And the sales credit 30,000, cash debit 30,000. That's it. And even though we are not registered for the VAT, we have to pay input tax. But we cannot claim input tax at that point because we are not registered for the VAT. If we cannot claim VAT from government because we not registered now, can we put this 1,500 VAT portion to the VAT receivable account? Can we claim from the government? No, we can't because we are not registered for the VAT. Therefore, the VAT, whatever the VAT we are paying as our input tax will be our cost. So instead of debiting to the VAT receivable, there will not be a VAT receivable account anymore, right? Straight we need to debit to the purchase account since it's our cost. The entire invoice value will be our cost, right? So there will not be a VAT receivable account because the government will not allow us to claim, right? This is the simple accounting. If we not registered for the VAT, whatever the invoice amount including VAT, debit to the purchase account, credit cash account. And we cannot charge from the customer VAT when we are doing our sales. And whatever the sales without VAT, we can debit to the cash, credit to the sales account. right? Only different is what? The input tax is our cost, should be debited to the purchase account. That's it. So my dear student, this is the simple accounting for VAT. In the future, I will come back again for any complicated scenarios or complicated adjustment in the company accounts question. So if you request me to do the kind of adjustment, I can do it, right? Okay, thanks for all to watching me, and you can watch, and you can recommend me to your students, your friends, and your colleagues also to join with me and to get a massive A pass. Okay.